That £3 penalty. Let's see if he can do it with Richard.
Sweet William goes forward. Keep an eye on how Broome jumps out of stall number 1. He has been a bit sluggish in recent starts, and that may force Ryan Moore's hand as to whether he goes backwards or forwards. The Grand Vizier, the more likely pace setter, just 5. The Betfred Doncaster, 2 miles, 2 furlongs. They jump away. The Grand Vizier is not ridden forward and slots in. Broome jumped more alertly today, and the pace is very steady. Coltrane on the outside of Broome. Trueshan back on the racecourse for a first time in a little while, is racing very fiercely. Sweet William's got onto the back of Broome, and Le Grand Vizier is last of all rather than leading, and the impact of that can be seen in what appear to be a steady early gallop. Ryan Moore will now just allow Broome to saunter to the lead and try and control things, with Coltrane, who will move across in second place. Sweet William will be in third. Trueshan will probably get some cover in a moment off Coltrane as they make the turn towards the ledger start. And the Grand Vizier is last of the 5 runners as they make the turn. Heading towards the 1 and 6 furlong point, and Broome it is out in the lead at a steady gallop. We're 14.5 seconds per furlong. Contrast that, admittedly, a slightly different angle to the sub-11 seconds that Big Ev's clocked in the early stage of the Flying Childers. Keep an eye on those sectionals. The longest we stay over 14, nearly 14.8 there. Then the steadier the gallop. Coltrane in second, and now we're beginning to settle into a more even tempo. Sweet William third, Trueshan still keen in fourth, and the Grand Vizier is last of the quartet as they race down the side of the course, and they're approaching now the final 1.5 miles. They'll have the short climb at Rose Hill in their sights, and Broome out in the lead. Coltrane just keeping the leader honest, 3/4 of a length away. Third for Sweet William. Trueshan in fourth place. Hollie Doyle just trying to keep a grip of the reins there. Just appeared almost as if she almost lost purchase for a moment or two as Trueshan is fighting her in fourth. And the Grand Vizier is in 5th place as they prepare now to make the short climb over Rose Hill in round about a furlong or so. And Trueshan really is fighting Hollie Doyle in 4th place. You can see reefing and tearing there as out in the lead. Broome is just sauntering along. The pace is better, however, 13.7 seconds for that furlong. And there you can see Trueshan again, still very keen in 4th on this return. So it's Broome who has the advantage by a length. Coltrane in second, Sweet William in third, Trueshan in 4th, and still last of the 5 is the Grand Vizier. So the order has not changed as they make their way left-handed steadily on what is now this long swinging left-hand turn. Out in the lead, it is Broome. This bend just beginning to take effect now, and Ryan Moore just staying off it slightly. Second place Coltrane, third for Sweet William. Trueshan still fighting away. The pace not really lifted yet. The Grand Vizier is last of the 5. So Ryan Moore's been able to control things here on Broome. Coltrane, Machine Murphy just glanced behind for a moment there, just trying to work out where the opposition is. Sweet William, who will come late. Trueshan may now force Hollie Doyle's hand here because Trueshan's been fighting Hollie for a while, and she's decided to let him stride on now, and this will change the complexion of the Betfred Doncaster Cup as Trueshan is allowed an inch of rain and begins to try and bound away. In second is Broome, Coltrane third, Sweet William, and the Grand Vizier as the runners make their way back towards home. Trueshan trying to turn the screw and gain some track position, 3 lengths clear from Broome. Coltrane and Sweet William now just beginning to try and organise a chase as Trueshan comes more towards the stand side. The other quartet remain over towards the far side. A intriguing Doncaster Cup. Out in the centre, Trueshan has the lead. Far side Coltrane, then Broome and Sweet William, and then in 5th place Le Grand Vizier. Trueshan is still having the lead. Broome pushed along with Coltrane and Sweet William. As they'll pass, as you'll see, Trueshan will still have the advantage as they make their way now down inside the final 2 furlongs. Trueshan, Sweet Williams had to go after the leader, but not exactly in his eye line. That leader remains Trueshan. Coltrane struggling to pick up. Trueshan and Sweet William prepare to lock horns in the final furlong of the Betfred Doncaster Cup. Sweet William towards the far side, but still Trueshan is holding him off. Trueshan from Sweet William. Trueshan all out, but he's pulling out a little bit more. A triumphant return for Trueshan. Lays the ghost of 12 months ago and won the Betfred Doncaster Cup from Sweet William. Behind these Broome, Le Grand Vizier and Coltrane, who won it 12 months ago, is last of all. The boot on the other foot, 12 months on. Trueshan fought Hollie Doyle, and it turned out to be an inspired move to let him run on. He got the track position. Sweet William committed and chased hard and has run well, but couldn't do enough. Broome third, Le Grand Vizier in 4th, and Coltrane last of the 5. Trueshan back in the winner's enclosure, a heartwarming performance from for Alan King, Hollie Doyle, now the singular partnership, the official owners. And on the closing stages, Trueshan it was. Who pulled out more to win the Betfred Doncaster Cup?
Intriguing, fascinating. You couldn't take your eyes off that contest with Ryan Moore in front. Then Hollie takes over. Then Rab's thinking, when do I go on Sweet William? He hits the front and then back comes Hollie. Here's the key moment, Jason. Did she have no choice at this point?
Yeah, I think it was a question of I've been reefing and pulling the whole way round. The chat with Hollie afterwards will be fascinating to see exactly what she says.
I think she'll have some nice words for Trueshan, but I think halfway round she would have had some less nice words for Trueshan, because he gave her not a moment's peace. He was pulling so hard when they were going a door, and she had no choice really but to let him go. But I thought, oh, she's gone early here, and she's gone from a hat canter to a flat out gallop. Can she possibly stay?
I hope Alan King is moonwalking around the front room or wherever he is at the moment. Take a bow. What a brilliant bit of training.
To what extent, Adele, has it helped her that Sweet William has possibly not gone through with it when he's hit the front?
Oh, absolutely, Francesca. I mean, you could see Rab was holding on for dear life, but once he hit the front, he just puts the brakes on.
Well, I'm here with Hollie, and Hollie, we were just talking with Alan King's team, and we said plan A, B and C went out the window in the middle of that, but how important was that mid-race move for that success?
Well, I had to resort to plan Z really. It's not ideal him racing like that off the back of a layoff, but he's a very fresh horse on the best of days, very exuberant, and we were just going slower and slower, and obviously it could have been a race-winning move or a race-losing move, and thankfully he was good enough to get away with it.
He was warm in the preliminaries beforehand. Came past here, you had double handfuls on him. But he just showed he must be back to his best. 135 days off the track. He must have felt brilliant when you just kicked clear again.
Yeah, all credit to Alan. He's some trainer to get this horse back off nearly 4 months off the track. And a lot of people are saying that he's gone, he's not as good as he used to be. But I think, you have to heighten that performance really from the way he's done it.
He's an absolute legend. And Ilman, I think you had the biggest smile of anybody when you came back here and realised that he'd done it.
Yeah, definitely. Very happy with him. And honestly, the best horse on the earth to look after.
He must be an absolute dream to look after.
Absolutely, definitely.
Well done, Hollie.
And really well done, all the team. Ilman Jeng there leading up the winner, but it's Robin Smith, the assistant for Alan King, who rides out every day, because this is a brilliant team effort, a brilliant piece of training, because Trueshan is about to re-enter the winner's enclosure. So pleased for the singular partnership, Jason. The owners who we see around the country, this horse often taken out, so they just have a lunch and go home. David Hill, Alan Marsh and Andrew Gemmell, who we know particularly well, of course, from Paisley Park fame. And then at Goodwood, when they've given this horse a break, the heavens opened and the soft ground at Goodwood. Well, their patience has been rewarded.
But to watch him walk around and run at Ascot even last time, and you thought, oh, he's an absolute shadow of his former self, and it was had to be a huge worry coming here for us on the sidelines watching. We were concerned. Alan obviously had seen the old sparkle, a bit of the old zip. He is such a monkey on the inside, isn't he? He's gone to go and win his race and thrown it away, and you cannot give Trueshan a second bite of it.
I just find it fascinating. I kind of want to watch it all back again, because they really did crawl. We're watching the sections, 14 seconds a furlong on average, and Ryan must have been in front thinking, oh, if I can just hold on to this lot, I can kick, because I know I've got the best finishing speed in the race. But then, do you think Hollie had that marker in her mind? She was thinking, what about the 4 furlong mark? I'm going to let him go? Or do you think she got to the point where she said, I just can't hold on to him any longer?
I think she just couldn't hold on to him any longer. Can you imagine, Francesca? Her arms must have been absolutely aching. You know when one's run away with you on the gallops and your arms go absolutely dead? I can only imagine what that feeling must have been like for Hollie. So she just had to let him go.